Hey, what's up guys, Obi here, and welcome to this BPL prediction video. If you do not like this type of stuff, then don't watch this video, because I'm predicting where I think the teams will finish in the BPL this season. And if you don't like that, then tough luck, get off this video, it's not a video for you. So yeah, so I will be looking down here, but these are my predictions, and I'm reading off where I've put my players. But yeah, right, anyway, so in 20th, I personally think it will be Hull, because let's be real here, they haven't made any good signings. They haven't exactly pulled off anything decent, and they don't even have a manager. And it seems like every season Hull gets promoted, they just feel like, let's get relegated. So 20th, Hull. And in 19th, I'm sad to say this, but Burnley, I feel like they're the type of team that will always get promoted, but are promoted to then be relegated. A bit like Hull, actually. But saying that, Burnley do have, is it Demarai Gray or Andre Gray? I forgot who it is. But he was a good scorer, and although he may only be a proven championship goal scorer, he might prove himself. So let's just hope, really, if you're a Burnley supporter. In 18th, this one is quite controversial if you're a footy fan, because you might not agree. And the reason you might not agree is because in 18th I've put Watford. And yeah, they had a good performance at the start of the season last season, with Agallo and all that, proving that they could play well. But near the end, they were kind of drifting away, doing terrible, not pulling off anything that you'd expect from them. So, I'm sorry, but I think they're getting relegated. In 17th, I think Sunderland would have learned that they're in the relegation zone, but I don't think they would have learned too much. They've signed Julian Lenz. He's okay, I suppose. He was a wonder kid, but he didn't go anywhere, did he? But yeah, I think they'll just avoid relegation by a little bit, and I hope they do well, because I don't like seeing them go. It'll be like Newcastle. I didn't like seeing Newcastle go. That was quite sad. For a second time as well, it was like, Aston Villa, I saw it happening a mile away. They just didn't do anything. Their team just didn't have the motivation. In 16th, I think it will be West Brom, because Salomon Rondon, he's going to be proven to be... What? He's going to prove himself to be one of the top scorers. I feel like he can get at least 20 goals. I think... Well, not 20. That's overshooting it, but I hope he can get 20. I see he can get about 14, 15 goals this season. Last season he did pretty well for his first season in the BPL. So if he can carry on, I think, yeah, he'll get the goals that West Brom need. A bit like Burnley, but obviously Gray's not a proven scorer like Rondon in the BPL. And in 15th, I think it's Swansea. Although they have sold Ayew and Williams, I feel like they'll still put up a fight to stay in the league. So I think they'll finish 15th. That's all I can say. They signed a decent player, I suppose. I forgot his name, but yeah, I just feel like they'll stay anyway. I don't think they're going to go yet. In 14th, it's Crystal Palace, though. I don't know. I feel like I can't really say much about them. I feel like they're just here, and they want to stay. They play with passion, which is weird, besides Adebayor when he was there. They've got decent goalkeeper. He's not bad. As long as they don't lose Balassi. They've got the pace on the wings. Although they have obviously released a few players, I still think they're going to finish 14th, as long as they can stay together. But in 13th, you might not believe this one, because it's different. In 13th, it's Bournemouth. And why? Well, they've got Jordan Ibe in their team now. They've got Brad Smith, two good Liverpool players. I'm pretty sure they signed someone else who was decent, but correct me if I'm wrong. And they are a decent squad anyway. They really want to stay, and they are trying really well. Oh, they're playing really well. Good footy, they are. Yeah. Oh, sorry about Watford before. Troy Deeney. Hopefully he can score and get him out of the relegation zone. Right, but in 12th, Middlesbrough. If their signings can actually come in and do the job that they're made to do, aka Fisher and Negredo, and they signed someone else today, I forgot who. Fabio. They signed him as well. Oh, if they can come in and do the job they're meant to do, they are in with good contention. Yeah. To be in top 15. And hopefully they can, because I'd like to see Middlesbrough back. They put up a good match against Liverpool last time. So yeah. In 11th, it's Stoke. Not much I can say about Stoke. They've proven themselves to. They've proven that they can play in this league. They've proven they can win top teams, and they've just, I don't know, they just can, can't they? I'm not a very good commentator. In 10th though, Southampton. Why? Same as Stoke really. They've proven themselves. Although they have lost Mane, I don't think it will hit them that bad. Because it's only Mane. And they can probably buy someone with the money Liverpool bought him for. Although he's a good player. In 9th it's Everton, I think, even though they got Ronald Koeman, the league's tighter than ever. And these top 9 were the hardest to choose. Because these top 9 could finish anywhere. But in 9th I think it's Everton. And in 8th, this could have been either out of 8th or 7th. So in 8th I've chosen West Ham. And this might be a stupid one, but they have a good team, they have amazing players. But I think the teams above West Ham deserve their places. In 7th I think it's Leicester. They've sold Kante, and they've replaced him with Mendy, but I don't know if he'll be a good replacement, to be honest. That's just me. But if anywhere above 10th, I think that's a solid one for them, since they won the league, which was incredible. But I think they just want to stay in the Premier League now, and if they finish above 10th, especially if they finish in 7th, I think they'll be more than happy with that. In 6th, it's Chelsea, and I know I'm going to have a lot of people hating me now, but I think Chelsea are going to do better than last season. But I think the top 6 is going to be it's going to finish within there's going to be 10 points. That's all there's going to be. So it'll be 1 point between top 2 and what. I think it'll be so close this season. But Chelsea in 6th. They still have the players, and if they can play how they want to play with addition of Kante and that. Yeah, that's all I can say. Especially if they get Lukaku off Everton. In 5th. Now, I've put Tottenham, and I think Tottenham will finish 5th just because they have the same players as last season, and they've added a few additions, and because they haven't exactly added top players, I don't think they'll be able to cement themselves in the top 3 like last season. So, Tottenham. In 4th, this one hurt to do, but I think this is genuinely where Liverpool will finish. I think we'll finish in 4th. Just because, although we have the good signings, I think this league is going to be the closest league there's been since 2013 to 14 season. And I think the top 4 teams, there's only be 5 points between us all. Maybe a bit more, but yeah. Liverpool, we've got the new signings. They can play really well. They're proven under Klopp. Klopp, pre-season was amazing. And yeah, Klopp's a good manager, but I think 4th's the place because the teams above deserve their places. Although this next one, which is 3rd, which is Arsenal, you might not agree, because I say they deserve to place in 3rd, but you guys probably think they could drop to 6th for Chelsea. which I can understand. But I think if Arsenal can prove, well, not prove, but if they can play how they did last season, they'll be fine. Although Wenger hasn't made any signings, but you know, it's Wenger. He rarely makes signings. Now, in second and first, it's your two Manchester clubs. But which one do I think will finish in second? Right. Honestly now, this could have been either of the two, but I think it's United who's going to finish in second. Why? Yes, they have the players. They have the Pogba, they have Ibra, they have Mkhitaryan, they have Bailly, they have De Gea in goal, for God's sake. But Jose Mourinho, although he's a great manager, I don't think he's going to be able to do as good of a job as the next team, which is Man City, who have Pep Guardiola, who is an amazing manager. Like, first seasons, he can back teams, he motivates players. He's a bit like Klopp, but he's got some good signings. And I know if they can blend well, Man City already have a decent team. They didn't have to buy it like United. They're going to win. I think they're going to win the league, with Aguero being top goal scorer. Yeah, that's how I think it is. This isn't the most in-depth BPL prediction video, but it's mine. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see ya. If you disagree, then fuck you. I don't care. I don't care very much. Oh yes.